Teresa. Thank you, Mark, today's presentation. And today I will present one of the CTU patented technology regarding the anti-counterfeiting technology. Okay, so currently there's majorly four methods regarding the anti-counterfeiting. The first one is overfit. So it's make use of the hologram or the some color shifted ink or some feather thread or even the embedded shader. It's made on let's say you can find on paper notes or even in passport. Okay, this kind of counterfeiting method is very simple and it's not hidden. You can read it directly, but also it's easy for people to counterfeit. And the second one is covered. Covered. This one is usually the counterfeiting pattern is hidden. What you can use is use some, let's say, the UV light, okay, look at the influence ink watermark, or use the polarizer, okay, to find the counterfeiting pattern. This one is hidden, but the thing is also feasible for people to counterfeit. And the third one is the check and trace. Okay, so if you want to check this product whether it's genuine or not, okay, you can make use a mobile phone to scan the QR code or the RFID and get back the signal from the cloud. Okay, you can see whether this product is true, is genuine or not. But the investment is huge because you need to set up the whole system for the customer to check this product. The last one is forensics. Okay, this forensics is make use of the chemical or some biological marker. So the marker is also hidden. So what you can do to authenticate is you take up this product, go to the laboratory, study or analyze the chemical or the DNA sequence of the biology marker to authenticate whether this product is true or is a right product. The security is very high, but also it's not convenient. So today I'm talking about the technology is combine the feature of the counterfeit and the forensics property, and it's called the luminescence nanotech. So what is luminescence? Luminescence means it will emit light by itself, and it's made of the lengthenander. So what is the lengthenander? In the periodic table, the element from the atomic number 57 to 71 is called the lengthenander elements. And what the research team to do the studies, first of all, they use the elements to make, first of all, 3 nanotecton. Okay, you can see because of the property of this element, when the invisible light, or we use the far infrared to shine on this pattern, the material absorbs the light and then emit the light spontaneous or at the same time to the infrared range. Okay, and the light you come out, you can see even it's a red color, but in fact it's a very special unique wavelength. And use different invisible light or far infrared or far UV light, it come out different color of light, but in fact it's different unique color of the light. And this pattern can traditionally make use of the lithographic technique, but I believe it also can make use of inkjet printing to print on the substrate material. So what we do is, in fact, each pattern, okay, is composed of a very delicate lengthenander element. Okay, you can see the investor team make the research team make all the 15 elements, but you can see even under the same far infrared light, even it's a blue color, but in fact the wavelength, the light exactly is not exactly the one. They have a unique wavelength. So each pattern, in fact, is make use of different composition or concentration of lengthenander elements. It's become a encrypted information of each pattern. And if we try to enhance the pattern sequence, the difficulty for duplicate will be enhanced, will be more complicated. So it's more difficult to duplicate, and the security level is very high. But another approach is we try to make one single pattern, okay, combined with two nanotech material. So, for example, this one we make a circle and a cross based on two level-length nanotape. Under the ambient light, that means the visible light, you can find the pattern. But if we try to use those invisible light, that means far infrared, for example, on this wavelength, you can find only one cross image. But you use another far infrared light, you can see the whole image. That means for this anti-counterfeit pattern, you can read by naked eye, but under the light, the far infrared light. But if you want to further to verify whether this anti-counterfeit pattern is made by you, you can go to the laboratory, okay, to further use the spectrometer to further study the wavelength to check whether, okay, this material, this pattern is made of your level-length element. So this technology consists of both coverage and reference technique. So the advantage of this technology is, okay, you can use the elements as encrypted information to make a more high security. And also, the pattern is hidden, but it's also can readable by the invisible light, let's say far infrared or far UV light. And if you make the pattern is in a color graphics sequence or make the pattern is more complicated, the difficulty of duplicate will be enhanced. And it's also user-friendly. It should be printed on any material substrate. So that's all of my presentation. If you have more interest on the technology, as Trisha said, feel free to go to the CTU website and search more related CTU IP you're interested in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephen, thanks very much for that sharing. I think this is a very interesting piece of technology, only because if it is nano scale, you can print it. And the pattern of choice is something that you could design.
Yep.
The use of the lanthanide series is probably a little bit more inaccessible to anybody. So the ink that is being used to print that composition, and I'm seeing what in the presentation is that there are different wavelengths. Typically what I call these, they are called fingerprints. For anti-counterfeiting purposes, you need to have your anti-counterfeit devices to produce a fingerprint that is unique on its own. And you could actually have it in your catalog so you know that this is ours. Nobody else can replicate it. So it is pretty much a very good tool for anti-counterfeiting purposes, especially for high-end goods. You imagine your Birkin bag from Prada. I see a smile there. Or, you know, certain other items which is very secure. Say, for example, right now we're going through the pandemic and everybody is talking about the vaccines. Should there ever be any kind of counterfeit vaccines that comes into the market, it will render the world in chaos. So this is the kind of technology that is very useful for critical mission products, high-end products. I have looked at anti-counterfeit measures for a lot. So, you know, our dollar note, all the bills that we use, it actually currently it uses what Stephen had described in the overt and covert technology, the first two that he introduced. That's where we have a problem, because people could use it for all kinds of things and cheat others. So if you're interested in exploring this technology, I really encourage you to just come talk to us and talk to Stephen. I think it has a lot of potential.
Yes, I agree with you. It's lots of potential. Nanotechs plus authentications, kinds of coming domains with big dollars. Usually I have a kind of habits when I have a chance to be confronted, I will put it in this way, of a challenge with a new platforms. I will try to identify who will be your potential strategic partners. There's a lot of people with a check. I identify some.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I'll share with you later.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have come to the end of our session today, the last of the summer series. But I would encourage everybody, if you would, please give us your feedback. Can we just flash that slide on my NVC about the feedback? Yeah.
Thank you for your invitation.
Yes, and I'd like to thank Mark for his time. This is a small token of appreciation for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right. So the feedback. No, go up.
Okay.
Just scroll up. Before the competition, right before Mark's. Just that one, just right before Mark. Come back down. God. The blue one, the real blue one. So everybody, just before we get off the air, I'd really appreciate it if you would just take a couple of minutes, go to this and give us your feedback. I really, really appreciate it. If you think that the series is useful to you, by all means, please give us your comments in the free text boxes. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.